Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. And on today's video we are going to be doing honestly a pretty big build, which I am really excited to show everyone. But as always, we need to clean up and also we need to move a house out of the way because this area is going to take up a lot of things. So went ahead and spoke to my boy Tom Nook to go ahead and move Puddle's house out of the way. She's super cute. Let me know in the comments if I should keep her. I was debating on if I should or shouldn't. Let me know. I just think she's super cute, but we could always have another villager hunt and find a cuter villager. Now, you guys probably already read the title, and what we're doing today, we're making a pumpkin patch. I am really excited to do this. Never built one ever before, so I think it'll be really cool. The only thing I have ever built kind of similar is a moss farm on our 4-in-1 challenge, which was honestly probably one of my top favorite builds ever. I just thought it was really cool and a creative idea. But things we need to do first is create the outline on how this is going to take shape. So I went ahead and started by extending out the road some right in the front. And then also I need to create some tree line to break it off from the road. Just so, I want you to be able to see it, but just not everything all at once. So adding trees is going to help drastically with this build to kind of cover up just a little bit of like some areas so you don't see everything right away. After thinking about it for some time too, I went ahead and just started placing down some fencing. Kind of didn't know where to start at on this build, so I think creating the border first is going to always be helpful. I recommend that to anyone trying to make a big build too that's going to kind of cage off at some point. Get your shape first that you want, because it's going to help you in the long run, in my opinion. It always helps me out, so maybe it'll help someone out there. But I am using the barbed wire fence. Some reason this is kind of like a folly fence. I don't know why, but it just works, and personally I like it. I don't really get to use it, so why not? I thought it looked really cool. Because I might throw in some vertical board fencing somewhere. I'm not really too sure just yet, because this build is going to be big, so I might have room to add just some random fencing just to make it look not perfect, but we'll see. And I don't really know how far I want this road to extend out just yet, so I might only make it to that point. I might just fill it in though, just to kind of get the feel of everything first, but we'll see. And now that we have our initial shape that we're going to work with, we can go ahead and start placing down some pathing. So this was really challenging for me because I didn't know what shape I really wanted. So I just honestly started placing on a lot of random pathing to kind of make like a little trail to where you can walk at and can't. I'm going to make this look pretty overgrown and messy, I feel like, I feel like the aesthetic will look a lot better if I did that rather than it being like super clean. So that's what I kind of wanted to work with. So with the pumpkin patches themselves, I decided to make them into like some 3x3 squares. I just feel like it'll look really nice and kind of organized. And I'll place in like a random assortment of pumpkins just to make everything look, I don't know, cool. I am excited to actually start doing that. But these shapes right here fit perfectly into the size that I made, thankfully. I was kind of worried I wouldn't be able to fit too many pumpkins in here, so I went big, and it actually worked out for me for once. The size was actually perfect. I kind of have a little walkway in between each of the areas themselves, so I thought it worked out pretty nicely, and as you see it did, thankfully. And now we can actually start kind of working on a lot of things. So we need to work on this pathing because it's going to fill in a lot of this normal grass area. So we can start with kind of a weird shape to kind of, I don't know, help us out here. And I didn't want to fill everything in with pathing just because I want to place down a lot of weeds and wheat fields or something like that, again, to kind of capture that it's kind of run down ish, but not really. I I don't know, I just feel like it would work out in my favor a little bit better and make everything look just a little bit better. But I did want to put pathing at least in the pathways, so you can kind of get a gist that like people have walked through here. So I feel like this like pathing is perfect because it's like matted down leaves in the mud, to kind of show that a lot of people have walked through it. If you guys have been to a pumpkin patch before, you should know it is muddy. So I feel like this is honestly a perfect pathing. Again, all the pathing that I use is down in the description below. Highly recommend it, especially if you're doing a fall island or if you just like the pathing in general. Give it a try. I feel like it will work out really well, or it can give you an idea for like the build that you're working on and get a path similar to it to match your theme. And I just finished off with the pathing by just throwing some like all the way in the corner, the top right corner, just to fill it in. I feel like this looks really nice and really all that I need for the time being. So I did go ahead and finish up the road here, just to help my vision a little bit better, because I do want to create something pretty cool coming out of the pumpkin patch. And I use this black fencing to kind of break up from like the more rural part, which is down here, just to make it look, I don't know, a little bit more interesting. I love this black fencing. It looks super good. I use it quite often for that reason. And I wanted to put some decorations kind of just out on the roadside, again, to kind of capture the feel that I was wanting to go for. So I just added a random assortment of things. So I threw down a utility pole. And then also I was looking for a lot of the things that I had. I had so much stuff in my inventory. It was kind of driving me crazy. I just wanted to throw a trash can down there. And then one of the items I have never used, a tractor. I was really excited to use this. I got an idea off of Pinterest and I just kind of wanted to roll with it. So I got a tractor, acting like it was coming out of the pumpkin patch. Again, this is like kind of a more rural city, so I feel like it would be a perfect fit. And for the fun part now, we're going to place down a random assortment of pumpkins. So they're going to have no rhyme or reason. I'm going to add random colored pumpkins everywhere, which I'm really excited for. So I grabbed all the 4 colors that you can get, which are white, yellow, green, and orange. And I just started throwing them down everywhere. Now for this patch specifically, I don't know why I just put 4 orange, but again, I guess it's going to be a random assortment. So for no rhyme or reason, we're going to start placing down just pumpkins everywhere. And then in the middle of the fields, I'm going to place down weeds, wheat fields, and probably some fences to help fill in everything else. And honestly, with this being a fall island, I just kind of thought about this. I can get my favorite villager, which is Lucky. You guys let me know if I should get him, because then I can decorate his house in kind of like a Halloween theme. I feel like that'd be really cool on my main island, which honestly I've never shown anyone before. I have Lucky, and his house is decorated pretty cool in my opinion. But yeah, I just kind of thought about that. I thought that might be kind of cool. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. But we only have 2 patches left to fill in. Again, random assortment of pumpkins. I feel like that is going to be the best look. It was kind of fun actually throwing down all these like different color pumpkins. I'm really excited to see what it turns out like looking like. And I am going to water these just to give it a little bit more like character, I guess. I won't water all of them or like all the way, just because I don't want them to be like too many, I guess. I don't really know what it's going to look like, so I guess I don't want to like make it look weird. I might throw down like random pumpkins just laying on the ground too, like that aren't planted, just to kind of help fill in the area a little bit more, because you can see in the corner with like towards the road what one pumpkin looks like. So I was thinking if 3 or 2 might look good. I don't know if you can just get 2 pumpkins. I really don't know how it works. I never grown them before, so I don't really know. So I guess we all will figure out what that turns out looking like. But now that we have all the pumpkins laid out, we can start decorating around everything. So I did grab another tractor. I feel like this would look really cool. And again, it'll help fill in the area a little bit more. There are tractor rides at pumpkin patches. Well, the ones at least around me. So I thought it was kind of cool. And then over here to help fill in this area, like towards the road, I decided to add some wheat fields. Again, to give it some more character, and they look really, really cool here. I feel like it was a nice little addition. I didn't like how this one was laying. I wanted to kind of go at more of a diagonal. So I picked it up and placed it down again, and still messed up. Man, placing these wheat fields can be quite the challenge. I do not know why, but sometimes they give you a hard time, but finally I got it to work out the way I wanted to. And now for the main, like the fields here, I wanted to add a lot of different things. So I added this pumpkin. It's like a little stool. I just feel like it looked really cute, and it can act as like a rotting pumpkin, because sometimes if you're too late to go grab a pumpkin in a pumpkin patch, I feel like there are rotten ones there. I've seen it, so I thought it might be kind of realistic. I just thought it might be kind of cool to add that. So I sprinkled them in between just a few of the patches that we're working with. And now we have a lot of decorating to do, especially around everywhere where there's a void. I want to fill in as much as anything as possible. So we need to start working on that. So I did place down a oil barrel. I thought it was kind of fitting. Maybe it can be used for the tractors. I thought it looked pretty cool. And in the middle of this field here, I went ahead and placed on a wheat field. Again, I kind of want these to look kind of overgrown. I think it might look pretty cool. The wheat fields are definitely going to help, especially when everything grows in. And over here, I have one of these trees. I'm not going to dare try to say this. Again, it could be used as like a sapling of some sort. And then the back of this tractor, I did add, it's like, I wanted to make like a little like trailer for the tractor, and to kind of have like pumpkins and stuff. I thought it would be kind of cute and cool. I saw this idea and I wanted to try it out for myself. I went ahead and just grabbed one of each pumpkin, so I don't drop the whole stack on there. You got to do one individually. It's kind of awkward to do that, but yeah, I just thought this was kind of cool. It can be them, like, I don't know, hauling it to like the shop to sell them. Just kind of, I don't know, a cute little thing to do. I did place this one strategically to where it was like going in the road to be hauled off to some like shop of some sort. I thought it was kind of a cute idea. And I did add, like, over on the side here, just a little safety barrier, because tractors are slower than normal vehicles, just to kind of show that, like, when it's about to enter the road. I thought it was kind of a cute little touch I wanted to add for some realism, I guess. I just thought it was kind of cool, and I like the green. I just thought it kind of matched with the tractor pretty well. And then over here on the side, I was going to add that, but it was way too long. So I just added it right against the fence. It is kind of a Halloween theme island too. So I thought it would be kind of cute to put over in the corner. Now on this side here, I was kind of conflicted on what I wanted to add, just because I thought it would need some height. But I didn't really know at first, but I found a windmill, so I was really excited to use this. So I did actually use it there. I thought it was really cool. I never get to use those ever, so I thought it looked pretty nice. And then behind here, I decided to pick up this tree. It just didn't need to be there anyways, and I needed a few more just to help fill in the gaps around the fences. So I went ahead and picked up a few more so we could place around our build. And now that we got our trees, we can place them in between the fences. I purposely have left these just because these would be points to where I was going to add trees around. Again, not to cover it up completely, but to kind of break it up from the road so you don't see everything right away. I just thought it would be a cute little touch, so I wanted to add that. And now we are going to be placing weeds everywhere. Again, I want this to fill in kind of everywhere. I just don't want there to be just a normal spot. So I went ahead and spammed everything with weeds. I do really like doing this, especially when the weeds grow in it gives it more height to everything, and they just look really cool. I'm gonna sprinkle in flowers in like random places, again, just to help with the randomness of everything. And also too, I need to add more things in like the pumpkin patch fields themselves to kind of, again, create some more interest to everything. So I'll probably be adding some maybe fences in there. I feel like it will look pretty cool. Me planting all of these trees in random locations, I feel like it's going to help out a lot. Now that bottom right corner, I left it like empty for the time being because I have another idea for that. I am excited to use this other item because I have never used one before, so I think it'll be pretty cool. And again, a lot of spam of weeds everywhere. I do prefer the ones that have like the little sprouts on it because they grow into like, honestly, kind of like wheat fields. It's just like a taller weed that I think looks really cool. And this is where I decided to grab random assortment of pumpkins and go ahead and just drop them individually because it actually looks really cool. At first I didn't know what it would look like, so I wanted to try it out, and honestly it does look really good because I was kind of confused on how I'm going to fill in everything, especially where I've already planted pumpkins and haven't grown in yet. So we're going to see what this actually turns into. I was kind of nervous about that, but I was even sitting here for a while thinking if it's going to look good or how I can fill everything in. So I just had to go for it too. I did plant some flowers in the fields too, just around the pumpkin patches. I feel like it looked just pretty nice. And these weeds are honestly kind of covering me right now. I don't know, I just feel like it looks really good, especially when you do like a camera shot. It looks really nice. And this is where I kind of had the idea of the fences. I forgot all about that. So I just started placing them down in the field too, and it worked out really well. I actually liked how it looked. Like I said, it kind of breaks up everything too and creates more interest, and also too kind of creates a little walkway in between everything. Even though this one's right in the middle and this one's kind of in the side that you would probably never ever walk into, I just thought it was pretty cool, and honestly it looked really good. And we are going to time travel, so I went ahead and started to water the actual pumpkins themselves. So when we time travel, they can grow and hopefully look pretty good. I don't know exactly what they're going to look like. I might only do it once just so I don't have to like, I don't know. I feel like 3 may look too, I don't know, like weird. But we'll see how everything turns out. So let's go ahead and water all the patches, and then we can actually start building a little bit more. And now that we got everything watered, we can go ahead and start laying out more things. And just because I'm curious, let me know in the comments what you guys use for filler. I tend to go with weeds in my islands. I don't know why, I just feel like it looks really good. But I'm kind of curious if anyone uses anything else. It might help me out in future videos if things like might look better. But nonetheless, I did start to throw down the pumpkins themselves, and I thought that this looked really cute and cool, so I wanted to add those just randomly everywhere, because in a pumpkin patch, people pick up pumpkins and decide if they want them or not, and they just kind of lay them around if they don't want them because they're too lazy to put them back. So I thought this was kind of realistic and cool, so I wanted to throw that in there. And again, weeds all around towards the back. I was kind of conflicted on what I wanted to add over here because I didn't know if I wanted to add another tree or not. So I just dropped down a pumpkin. Why not? I thought that looked kind of cute. And on this backside here where it is empty, eventually I probably will put something back there, but I don't know exactly what I want to do back there just yet. I don't know, I might not even add anything at all. Might not be necessary, but we'll see. it's kind of crazy how this has turned out so far, because honestly I did go into this blind. I got the idea strictly just from that tractor hauling the pumpkins, and I don't know, I think it has turned out really well. I'm kind of surprised. And these pathings here, I did notice that they were kind of empty, so I did want to throw just some random stuff around on the pathing, again, just to fill in the voids a little bit better. But overall, everything is getting filled in. I know it is a lot of spam of weeds and stuff, but I want this to look messy because I feel like that's what they look like in real life. And I even put weeds into the pumpkin patch. I thought that was kind of funny. But over on the side too, I did the same thing. Eventually too, when these weeds grow in, it's going to look really, really cool. I need to take away the weeds from the rest of the island first for it to actually look, I don't know, proper, because you can only have a certain amount of weeds on the island and others won't grow, which is kind of weird and a fun fact. But here is the other item I wanted to use, which is a silo. I have never used one of these ever, and I was really excited to actually use that. I thought that was really cool. And I got these pile of boxes here, and one is actually a pumpkin. I was kind of surprised. I thought that was really cool, and I even added it in like one of the breakups, like with the fences. I thought it was cool. I grabbed pumpkins and like different like vegetables and stuff. I just thought it might look kind of cool. I did pick up one of the weeds, and I even put one over here. I don't know, I thought it worked out pretty well. One was like wheat, pumpkin, and potatoes, I think. I thought it was a cute little touch that I wanted to show you guys. This could be a farm for other things when pumpkins are in season, so I thought it was kind of cool to actually do that. And plus, people actually eat pumpkins, so I don't know, they can be boxed up ready to sell for other reasons. I just thought it was pretty cool. I might be stretching there a little bit, but whatever. Just finishing up this back area now, and honestly, we are basically done, so let's go ahead and get ready for our final walkthrough. And this wraps up today's video on our pumpkin build, whatever you want to call it, pumpkin patch. But this was a really fun build, and honestly, I got everything to grow like I wanted to. There are pumpkins that have 3 on them, and some have 2. This is actually perfect. This is probably my favorite build so far. I'm probably going to say that a lot of times in the making of this island. But yeah, if you guys did like today's video and don't want to miss out on any more Animal Crossing content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.